live.
Welcome everyone. It's Monday night, live from the porage. Just prepping a couple of canvases that I'm going to use tonight. This is a live event, so if you're watching this after we were live, you'll be seeing or hearing us talk to other people and answering questions that were posted in chat. So I'm prepping some 20 by 20 canvases. I have a little fun tonight.
If anyone's here, there we go. They're starting to show up now.
There's the troublemaker. The troublemaker's here. And it isn't Monica.
Sue in the shop. Of course, Brian and Shelley, Christy. So who wants to know, Linda or Brian?
Brian, of course. You have to ask.
Hello, Beth and Joy. Deborah. And Darnell is here.
Whew. Let me get you up here. Up here, over there.
Hello, Doris. Hello, Nancy.
Just a smidge. Just a smidgy. There. So I thought we would do some dirty pouring tonight.
If she's feeling dirty.
Let's get dirty. Let's pads down.
Hello, Patricia and Julie Lee. Welcome, one and all. And Jennifer Lopez is here. Hello, Jennifer.
Hey, Jen.
Hello, Rochelle.
Hello to everyone.
And Bonnie's here.
Go up, smidgy more. Big boys.
Aloha. And there's Victoria. Hello, Vic.
Vic is here probably with Danielle, her cousin. So, what did we do last Monday? Clocks. Oh boy.
Turn back the time.
I can't reach them. Babe,
What?
they're in there. I'll watch the chat. Should have quite a few shelves of them. So I was really worried because as these were drying, I had a little warp going on, but they look pretty good now. So I should have 8 because I did a Monday or a Saturday video as well. Wow. I'm so happy they're not warped. I was really worried. There's your clock, Brian. It turned out fine. So this one's Brian's. Because he wanted all them different colors. These kind. Next one down, probably.
That one's pretty cool.
Yeah, I love this one. This one came out really nice.
So this one.
Beautiful colors. And then here's the peach one. Yummy, yummy. How's this one laying? Oh, good. They're fine. So you can take Brian's too. I already showed it. Alright, then it was also this one. And then I think this one. And I think this is the one that Larry liked.
Haven't seen Larry yet.
Alright, and then Saturday's video was this one. And this one. It's pretty. And this one. So they're all good. None of them are warped. Yay.
So, tell them what you did to try to recover the potential.
Okay, so as most of you know, I always tell you don't put wood stuff on cups to dry it. It's fine at first. Let's say you're gonna place something on top of this. It's fine at first for the drips. Once you see it stop dripping, set it flat. Because if you don't, it's gonna start to concave over your item. And, I mean, you can still fix it if it's still wet. So immediately lay it flat. Because as that wood dries with the paint, it should even itself back out. If those would have stayed warped, I would have said don't buy those clocks. Because I've done tons of wood pieces that always correct themselves, including those little coasters that we got from Hobby Lobby. So yeah, dry them flat if you can. Just, it's fine to put it up at first, let your drips fall, wipe your drips off, but then you want to lay them flat to dry. Alright, so tonight, this is not a tutorial by any means, but we're going to layer for dirty cups and do some depth of a dirty ribbon pour.
On big canvases.
Huh?
Big ones.
Yeah, these are 20 by 20 canvases tonight.
What you looking for?
An apron. They're in the laundry room, unfortunately. So I did get all the vases and candy jars resined. I got a lot of stuff done this weekend. I don't put numbers on my clocks. Most people know where the 12, 6, 3, and 9 are at, so you don't really need numbers on your clock. If you decide to put anything on, I would just put dots, like gold dots or silver dots, something that stands out, or white. But I don't really care for the numbers unless they're theme related. Like if you're doing a westerny type clock, you could do, you know, like a western type item as a number. Sorry, I'm trying to put an apron on here. I forget which way it goes.
Hello, Larry. Moose?
Larry, I just showed your clock. You missed it.
I think they were eating.
Oh, okay.
Angie was on. She said they were eating.
Okay. Alright. So, working with 20 by 20 canvas, I already know I need a lot of paint. Oh, and all the spoons that we dirtied, they clean up like a charm. I have those in my Etsy shop if anybody's interested in getting those plastic stir sticks. And I also have them in my Amazon shop. I need some gloves. So with the stuff I was working on this weekend, I had a little bit of leftover resin. I threw some glitter in it. And I made these little pyramids. They're cute. But the second one I did stuck to my mold because I torched it and my mold is no more usable. I killed it. So I'll have to buy a new one. Alright, you got chat now, babe?
I got chat.
Okay. I'm winded for some reason. My back is really out today. I have 2 giveaways tonight, and I'll even show you those first before we get started. I have 2 necklaces tonight with little bloom runoffs. They're really cute. Okay, I gotta pull some colors. So I am going to be using silicone because I love cells.
Hello, Julia. Glad you could join us. And Shirley.
I think I have 5. That should be good. I could do 6. I'll use up this chestnut bronze and this copper next to the coral reef. And I think I'm good. I'll use some Snow White. This does not have silicone, so it's okay. It'll lace out by itself. Alright, so Sleeping Beauty turquoise. Like I said, these all have silicone in them. Champagne shimmer. Got a little bit of that. We use it up. It's one of my favorite colors lately. Juniper. We all like our juniper. Snow White. Moody blue. Coral Reef Metallic. And I would have used knockoff, but I have a blue in here. I don't want to take away from the violet that it brings off. So I'm going to use both the copper and the chestnut bronze as I run out. Alright, I got to line them up.
No problems on your video there. Vicky says there's a blurry.
Check your gear, Vic. Make sure you're on 1080 or 720. The little cogwheel. If you roll over the video, you see a little cogwheel. I'm not sure. I don't normally watch on an iPad or a phone, so I can't help you there. Alright. Let's start with juniper. What are you giggling about over there?
Vicky said no beers. I'm on the TV.
Oh. Alright, next to the juniper, let's do the Moody Blue. And then I want to put the copper. The coral reef. Champagne. I might have some more of this without silicone, so if we run out. I need to refill bottles, don't I? Sleeping Beauty turquoise. And then I'll put some Snow White in here.
Sue Jensen wants to know, is there a Porage Posse paint that's like Deco Art pewter?
No. There is not. What are you saying? Do I need to make one?
Judy Lee says, I get 3 of your paints a month. It's written in my budget. Your paints are so thick and creamy and beautiful dried.
Thank you. We love them. And you have the checkoff sheet, right? So you can keep track of which ones you have and which ones you don't. It's easier to reorder that way too. The sound of an empty bottle. It's the best sound ever. I'm really loving the look of this cup. I need to put that there so I don't forget. That one's going to be empty too. I'm going to lay it on its side so I might get one little dose out of it.
So Moose has got a question for you.
Yes,
How
ma'am.
would you make a pewter? What colors would you mix?
I would base it off the Moody Blue and work from there. Adding silvers and I have mica that I can add to it as well. Till I get it to the color I want it. Could add some blue to bring more blue into it. Payne's Gray has some blue in it. Depends which Payne's Gray you buy though, because they're not all the same. But I'm not going to give you a recipe. Color mixing is fun when you do it on your own, but you know, I'm making like 5-6 pounds at a time of paint, so it would be very hard for me to tell you exact measurements. Alright, now we're going to put the chestnut bronze in because we ran out of the copper. But I don't want a lot of this because it will take over.
Hello, Maria. Glad you could join us.
This cup seems so much more empty. What's up with that?
Yeah, Moose just wanted to know where to start.
Yeah. Start with a Payne's Gray, add silver. You may have to add some blue in there somewhere to get more of the pewtery look. But you might be okay with just the Payne's Gray and silver. I know the Deco Art pewter is really a pretty color. I used to use that a long time ago. I've gotten away from the craft paints as much as I can. I'm not a big fan of craft paint. But I will use it on occasion when I want a certain color.
So Brian says his pewter is black. He's a funny guy.
He's silly. He's a funny guy, alright. Okay. So I may have to add a little bit on the corners, but I think I have plenty of paint. But the reason I use more is because I want to be able to place color where I want it. Alright, let's start with Mr. I don't have quite as much as the others.
Hello, Gertrude. Glad you could join us.
So as you can see, all my paint is on one side. I want to pinch there. So I can start a little bit in the middle, but I'm going to move around the canvas. So I can see what I'm getting. That's really pretty. Cup 2, start away and come in. Here's where I can drag this way or come forward. If you're coming forward, you're going to bury your color. So I suggest coming this way. Got some really cool stuff going on here that I don't want to lose. I'm not worried about that because that's going to get tipped off. That's why I start in the corner. Oh, that's so pretty. I'm loving that Moody Blue, Turquoise, and Juniper. It's one of my favorite color palettes anyway. Same here. Till I see what's coming. Now I didn't want to interrupt that too much because I kind of like what's going on there. So before you do anything else, grab your palette knife. Like, I can already see I don't like all this white here. So what I can do, maybe, I can suck it out because I don't want to stretch it any bigger than it is. So what I'm doing is erasing it. I'm going to get the most of it out, and then I'm going to blend that. See how I'm blending? I'm wiggling it in. We still will get some separation when we tilt, but it won't be as in your face white spot. Same with over here.
So Gertrude says, "You artists inspire me at the age of 89.
Aw, thank you, Gertrude. That's very nice. Alright, so let's torch and see what we get here. And I'm popping air bubbles as well. Get some fun stuff there. Alright, so now comes the fun part. Tilting. I may play with this a little bit. Let's see if we can pull it over. So I'm going to scoop and pull. Alright, shimmy shimmy. When you have spots that need to be filled in, just shimmy your canvas a little bit. Always bringing that paint back to the middle before you go to another area, because you don't want to lose any design yet, because you want to stretch it out first.
Hello, Donna. Glad you could join us. It's okay being a little late.
Alright. So I'm going to come back to the middle, and I'm heading down to the front corner. I can't see what I'm doing because Ellen lost the screen.
I did?
No, go to OBS on the bottom and just click on that. On the taskbar.
This?
Down. Hang on, guys.
I'm not familiar.
Here. There you go.
I was trying to do some
Don't be doing nothing.
wrench work.
Oh, some wrench work. Alright, I'm going to take that off. I don't want to lose that all.
There he says, "Look how smooth that paint is. Nary a speck of gunk in it."
Oh, he had a booger problem last night. Of all the colors to Deep Lagoon, I was shocked. I've never had that goop up on me. Metallics, yes, but not that. All right, let's go this way. See that white I want to get rid of. But I love that corner, so I don't want to pour any more off of there.
Angie says Larry's blaming her for it.
Why? Because she mixes the paint? He's got to have somebody to blame. Brian's the same way. All right. Got lots of paint to play with yet. I would rather have too much paint than not enough, so I don't have to overstretch. So I'm going to hit this side while I'm over here. I just want to bring it down. I'm kind of putting a little bit of movement in the piece itself. Your eyes need to be all over the whole canvas when you're doing this, because you don't want to lose pieces that you want to keep. So you have to watch everything.
Hello, Shannon. Glad you could join us.
I'm loving that moody blue and that coral. So I'm going to come down here and get rid of this bottom part. Alright, there she goes. Alright, bringing it all back. So I'm going to work on that corner up there because I kind of like what's going on everywhere else. I'm not worried about my corners yet. Those I can get with my palette knife. So I am going to take that corner off and then pop that way. There we go. That's better. It's a little more balanced now.
Maria said the inside of those cups look pretty too.
They are pretty. Alright. Let me wipe my hands because I gotta look at it now. See where I'm going next. I'm never gonna learn, Al. I always take a shower before we go live on Monday and I get covered in paint.
Hello, Nate.
Hi, Nate.
Sue Johnson needs to ask you a question, Nate.
Got some cute cells popping up. I don't like that torch. It don't fire off as well as this one does. Maybe they just need to be filled. All that resin work I did, I used it all up. Alright, let me let that rest. I'm not sure about this area here yet. But if I tip it, I'm going to lose that corner, and I like that dark corner.
Julia says that's so pretty. She loves your talent.
Thank you. So I'm going to catch my corners while I'm thinking where I'm going next. Any suggestions, guys? What would you like to see me take off? I'm going to turn it all the way around. Different perspective. I'm not minding the composition at all. Blend it.
Maria says nothing. I like it the way it is.
She likes coral. I know her so well. Alright, let me look at it. I need those wipes, babe. So I clean that tool up. You can fit it there. Thanks. Sideways. So it doesn't fall in the garbage can. Even my palette knife was pretty. Alright. So I know I do have some movement in the middle. I'm not worried about that because it's not super thick. Always check your piece. If it's more than 1/8 of an inch, you need to tilt some more off. That's when you run the risk of cracking. But you can get away with 1/8 of an inch as long as it's not in an area where the air is going to flow across it. Otherwise, the top will dry first, the bottom will still be underneath wet, and that's when you run into problems with cracking. Yeah, there's still quite a bit there. Alright, let me see.
Debbie Fireman Mars says, I think the picture is fuzzy, but I love your work.
Thank you. Just check your settings. It's underneath the video. So what I'm doing right now is rocking it to get all that paint together because I just want that one area to go off. I don't want to lose this because it's like a little river going through. But I do want to get rid of that little piece there. And not the moody blue so much. But it's going to go anyway.
Nancy says, wow, that's a great hint about the rocking.
Yeah, always rock your paint. Never just pour. And don't, like, how else can I say? When you're tilting, don't do a hard tilt immediately. Give your paint, like all my paint is here now, so I want to give it a chance to come back to the middle. I'm going to slowly lift that side and make sure none of this is moving so that paint gets back to the middle. And it will move just really slow. You just have to be patient. But you want to show it who's boss too, because paint will try to control you. I love this here. Alright, let me see if I can show you guys that spot. And bring it down a little closer. Put your parachutes on. We're going down. I love that corner. So that coral will dry a little darker with the chestnut and the copper next to it. So we'll have some beautiful metallic going on in there. And the juniper will dry pearly. The champagne shimmer will dry pearly. Sleeping Beauty turquoise will kind of stay the same. Moody blue may have a little metallic look to it when it dries. It's not overpowering, so that's going to dry nice. Alright, now gotta figure out which shelf I'm going to put it on. So I'll wipe my edges. Don't leave your paint dripping off the edges because it will pull your pattern off. Always make sure to wipe it off. I've had it happen where it pulls down. Beginner's problems that you learn over time. Alright, she's going night-night.
Good thing you didn't go bigger.
I know. You just got it in there. It just fit. Oh, I see some cabs I could pull. Could you grab those for me, babe? They're on the other side of the pouring table where the butterflies were. Thank you. I appreciate it. Alright, let me move this stuff. So when I pull cabs, it's either for jewelry or for magnets. I don't have my jewelry cart over here, or I would pull out some bigger cabs, but I don't feel like climbing, so we'll use what we have. These are 25 mil.
Nate says you should do a 40 by 40 next.
Yeah, Nate, I have nowhere to put it to dry because the heat's on out here now. It would crack.
Let's say hello to Joy B.
That one's really pretty. So I'll show you those next week too. So I'm going to do another big one, but we're going to do a fun one.
You mean that last one wasn't fun?
Well, a fun technique. I don't have a 20-inch convexo out here, do I? Or do I? If I do, it would be over that way. Poor Alan, he's got to climb. It's all these blooming things in the way. I like these lines.
What size you want?
20 by 20 inch round. Do we have one?
It doesn't look like it's 20 though.
You know what a convexo is, right?
You know that.
It would be the same size as the one behind me. Well, same size that we just did, just round. I better,
It looks like a 16.
I'll do that one, that's okay. Let's do a round one. Let me get a pad down first so I don't get it dirty. Who's got Cheetos? 16, honey. You don't even have to measure it, I know.
I'm just checking. I said it looked like a 16.
Did you know all the running around you did looking for a ruler last week? We have measuring tapes on the pegboard over there.
I didn't know that.
So these canvases are like gold to me because they're so expensive. But I don't understand why they charge so much because they're not the greatest stapled canvases. But they're pretty tight. These you can get at Jerry's. You have to buy 4 to get them. Or Blix, I'm not sure if Blix has them. Art Supply Warehouse has them, which is running a sale today, or this week. But they're sold out of the 20s. These feel more clothy. They have a little more bounce to them. They're definitely different than the cheaper canvases we buy.
So Julia had a good idea.
What's that?
Instead of the sticks with the cabochons on,
Yeah.
what if you went with golf tees?
What do you mean? To put the cabs
Well,
on?
you put the caps on.
Oh, I don't mind the sticks. I don't mind using those. It's like Brian doesn't like the skinny sticks either. He uses big fat ones. Lollipop sticks. I'm used to it. Doesn't bother me. And these little skewers are cheap. I get them for like 39 cents a pack from the restaurant supply place.
Yeah, golf tees are a little more expensive.
Yeah. Well, now that you're golfing again, I can't use yours.
Once a year doesn't count.
You really should go practice a little bit. So we are heading to New York next week. No, this week, right? This week.
This weekend.
This weekend. We're gonna go get a baby. We're gonna go get a baby. But we will not be back until next week. So Saturday will be a video. Monday will be a video. Unless, for some reason, she gets back to me and lets me come on Saturday. And we'll be home on Monday. So, we'll see how it goes. But I hope I can, like, shoot some video of the baby while we're up there.
It's Finnegan time.
It's Finnegan time. We've been waiting, haven't we, guys? Ah.
The worst part is we haven't gotten any new pictures.
Yeah, they were on a Disney cruise for their anniversary, so we got no pictures at all. I have no clue what he looks like other than his baby picture. But she knows why I'm getting him, and I let her pick out the puppy for me, so.
Darnell's his baby Todd.
Darnell!
Don't encourage.
Yes, please don't encourage him. On the cabochon, I use the Loctite Fun Tack. It's like poster putty. You can use poster putty as well. It's really sticky stuff. Just put it on your skewer and then attach the cabochon. God, every time I say the word cabochon, I think of Molly when she say carbochons.
Don't make fun of Molly.
I love Molly.
So Julia Lee says, it's like you guys all have these inside jokes.
Oh,
We've
Todd.
been around each other
Long
a
time.
long time.
And these are people that have been at the retreat with us too. But Brian wants me to name the puppy Todd. And I'm saying no, because his name is Finnegan. He's not getting his way.
Finnegan the second.
Where do you say Finnegan the second?
Well, we had Finnegan the first, and then you
Oh,
got
yeah, I
pulled
changed.
out from under
I
us.
changed my mind. I wasn't gonna pay for that puppy without papers. No. So we're gonna do a drip cup. This is the large drip. We normally do the small drip, so we're gonna do a large one tonight. But we're gonna do it on a black base, which I have not done yet, right? I don't think
No.
I've ever used black. This is a very cool toy that Brian has in his Etsy shop. This is probably one of my favorite toys besides the 20 pedal. I love that one too.
She really likes cleaning it too.
Oh. I cleaned 3 of them this weekend, Brian. What did I say? Give me a friggin' toothbrush. Can't get this stuff off. But he yells at me because I don't rinse it immediately after I use it. So he does make a good point. Like after I'm done with this, it will sit here on the table until Alan brings me a bucket later. And that's when it will get cleaned up. It will soak overnight. I'm not in the mood to clean toys at 11 o'clock at night. And we don't do the sink thing. I have his bug toy. I haven't played with it yet. I promised him I would do a video for him. It's sitting right there. Ellie thought it was for her yesterday or today. I had to shake the bag at her.
Hello, Donna. Glad you could join us.
I'll spin this a little bit. Move it around. That was pretty heavy. Doesn't feel like my canvas is on there evenly, but it is. Just want to get my sides covered. Not that it really matters, but it helps when that paint goes over. So we're going to have enough paint on this canvas to push all that black off.
And the reflection you get is of some of our canvases stored on the ceiling.
Those are all going to the retreat this year. Yay. Hopefully they'll use some of them up this year. We had so much canvas last year. Oh my gosh. Alright.
Never have too much canvas, right, hon?
Never.
Just never have enough storage.
Here we don't. Looks pretty center to me. Alright. Ooh, colors. This is when my little stress level starts. It's when I'm picking colors. Because I'm using the black. So I already know. Please tell me I have it out here.
Brian says we need a bigger box. Brian, don't be encouraging her either.
A bigger box for what?
Storage of canvas.
Oh. I need to use up what I have. So I'm definitely going to be using the knockoff because I want that as my first color out.
Brian wants to know, are your spots incorrect?
They're in the way that you sent it to me. I did use it once though.
Monica wants purples.
Well, this will pull purple on the black. So let's use wisteria because that's pretty. It's a pretty lighter color. We want these colors to pop on the black background. If any of the black shows up, it may. We don't know. And
Christy wants blue.
we could put a blue in there, but it's got to be a lighter color, like bluebird. Or
Larry says you're off center 3 mils.
is that all?
Isn't that like about 10/1000th of an inch?
Yeah, whatever. Good, I have gold here. I get worried when I don't have gold. We use a lot of gold. I feel like that's the only color I seem to be mixing lately. But I would rather use silver, But I do not have silver in an 8-ounce bottle, honey.
Larry says now you're like 7 mils now.
Is it moving?
It's floating. Floating drip cup.
It's fine. Stop picking on my drip cup. Alright, let's throw a little bluebird in there. Little bluebird. I need a contrast besides the bluebird. Oh, that's denim.
Brian says it's wrong way, and Maria says still looks center, off center. And Larry says your other left.
Oh my goodness, that went the wrong way. You know, the camera's at an angle too for you guys, not for me. Is that better? I see it though, I can see where it's off. I need to go that way. It is what it is.
You got a okay from Larry now.
Okay. Alright, let's go with, instead of the, we'll go with this. I may still use some of that bluebird because I need that contrast. Enough already, right?
Larry says we should hang a red dot laser on the ceiling. Is that before or after we mix the paint?
Please don't make me swear in Polish. We have people here that'll understand what I'm saying. I'm pushing these down just a smidge so the paint goes in. Alright, here we go. Knock off. And make sure they're all dripping pretty evenly. I think this is where I'll put the denim metallic, the denim blue. Just a little bit though. A little bit of gold. I want to save that morning pansy for last. Some wisteria. Boy, this is a weird color palette for me. Usually I'm all matchy-matchy. And because I don't want purple against purple, I'm going to put a little of the Snow White in there.
Brian says you need one of them side camera views.
I do. It's coming. It's coming. We have the new deck. I just have to be nice to my son so he'll do it for me. Because if I give him any attitude, he's like, well, I'm done with you for the day. Alright. Back to the knockoff. I think I'm going to like that. Just a little bit of the denim. A little gold. Some wisteria. So my goal is more purple and knockoff.
Nate says that your son is his twin.
Yes, Nate and Jake are so much alike that when Nate's here, it's like hanging out with Jake again, and it's like, Not saying it's a bad thing, but it's like then when they're both out here, forget it. I'm done. I'll keep that canvas wet. Alright, one more. So I want to have enough so it goes over the sides.
Hello, Mona. When did you sneak in here?
Hi, Mo.
You're being awfully quiet. Isn't that what you tell me?
I'm creating. I'm watching the drips. That's the best part about this toy. So before I do anything else, I'll be torching the bubbles that I can see, because I do not want them to sell out on me.
She's been here all night. She's just been quiet.
She's quiet. She's watching.
That can't be the same Mona that I know.
Mona, you have my permission. Push the paint out. They'll bring the rest of the purple out. So when I lift that, we're going to have a black center, which I'm going to suck out. Get my pipette ready.
So Mona, are you gonna go in place of Matt, taking his spot on the golf course?
I think I want. No, I'm just gonna do one. I was thinking I wanted to do two. I'm just gonna do the one.
She ain't gonna get me, Shelly.
Who? Me?
No, Mona.
She's got my permission.
Yeah, and Shelly's encouraging her too.
I know she is. She's an instigator. That's why I love her so much. Okay. So let's take this out.
Okay, so Matt's going golfing.
Yeah, he's getting, he's been going to physical therapy. He's
Cool
good.
beans. I've been told I need to go practice, Matt.
One more.
Yeah, don't let that fool you, Joy. Shelly is an instigator.
Not sweet, innocent Shelly.
Yeah, right.
She's so innocent. Alright, let me move these out of the way because we're going to spin it.
See, Brian and I are on to you, Shelly.
I really think I need to put a little more black around that though. They look good and centered.
We're not throwing you under the bus. Brian says she plays that Southern lady thing pretty well.
Yes, she does. Just want to hit this drier edge because I'm a little worried about it going over. That should be enough to push it over. Just gotta give it something to glide on. Alright.
You know we love you, Shelly.
I need a stick in there. I took it out.
You need what?
I don't need anything from you. I'm just talking to myself.
Oh.
Go sit down.
I'm asking you to get something for you.
I know I normally do, don't I? Alright, let's see if I can get it in there without disturbing the painting. Mental note, put your stick in your turner before you start. Oh, that's not going to work because the canvas is too big. Never mind. Never mind. Alright, here we go, guys. I'm going to give it a little one to get it moving. This is where I'll make my adjustment. Because I'm already off on one side, so we'll tip it. Just a little bit. Alright. Move my centerpiece back. It's not behaving. I am going to play with that center when we're done spinning it. Okay. I can't whip it because I can't get a hold of it.
Nate wants me to let you know that he has a medium box of stuff headed our way.
Okay.
Jazz wants to know, what are those round canvases called again?
Convexo by Frederick. Frederick's.
Like, stop.
I'm stopping. I wanted to get my feathers out, because if you don't get the feathers out, it's not the drip cup.
Julia Lee says, wowza. This is awesome. I need to get one of those toys.
Yes, everyone should own a drip cup. When you don't know what to paint, you grab that drip cup. I like 5 colors with the drip cup because you're going to get this feathering. But now I'm going to bring that in. Let's see if it'll move. Just barely. Just barely. But it does give it a line. And I want to touch that center. This will dry totally different than how it looks right now, because the colors change as they dry. So let me bring you down so you can see it up close. It's this area here is where I want you to focus, on the inside of that petal. Look at that feathering. It's so delicate and so, there's so many colors there.
Go.
Oh, thanks. He brought me a bucket. Just like to get those spouts, because those are the hardest part to clean.
Now, one of the secrets, if you haven't tried to clean one of these, is don't use extremely hot water.
No. Treat it like a baby, right? Like if you're making the bath for your baby. Just a little warm. There. All clean, except for the spouts. So my thing is this knockoff here, which will be a corally purpley color tomorrow as it dries. And the way it's hitting off of the edges here, it'll be all like interference. It'll be really pretty. All right, let me move you back up. Hang on, close your eyes. My camera's being a little touchy today. My arm, I should say.
So were you going to do anything with that center? Or are you going to leave it like that?
I'm gonna leave it because I think that knockoff will dry more purpley. We'll see what it looks like. I can always put something there, embellish it after it's dry. I did get some black in there, which is kind of cool. But I'm still seeing some bubbles. I want to get those. So last week, when I was filming those clocks for Saturday's video, I spilled my whole container of cell activator. And not only did I spill it, I stepped in it and tracked it. So it was a very hot mess. You know what though? I'm going to have to put this on cup sale because I didn't put tax in it. And I could have put tax in it, and I didn't think about that. We set me up 3 cups, the big ones. They probably fell down. I moved everything to do that resin stuff yesterday. I love the gold in there too. It's really pretty.
Can I set it off to the side? Or do you want it to move this way?
Just in the middle's fine because I'm not going to be able to fit another one in there anyway, so I'll have to dry on the table. All right.
If I spaced them out far enough for that.
Probably not. I got something here that's driving me nuts. I can't tell if it's a bubble. Oh, that was close. I did hit the very edge. It's fixable though. It's fixable. I think that's it. Yep, all better. All better. Okay, good night, darling. There we go. Messy, messy. But easy cleanup, right? Save that to put in there. Can't clean pipe out, I already tried. Let me put this down first.
You went blurry
Gotta have something to focus on. I'll give it something here. Just a minute, guys. Let me get these caps on this stuff before it dries out. Don't want any dry bits in the paint. Let's see if I can use this.
There we go.
Focal point. Besides the mirror. Everybody asks us that's new, what is that green thing on your pad? It's just a mirror that we use to focus the camera. It has to have something to zoom in on. Alright, so we're going to do that was lame, a giveaway. Like, we should do two. Get them done. So I get these untangled because they were together. Alright, who's doing what here? Today is a laid back, I don't feel like doing anything kind of day. So I'm moving kind of slow. Usually I'm like Speedy Gonzalez, get it done, get in, get it done.
No, Brian, not pouring tonight. I got too much stress.
He's not feeling it. Alright, first one. It's a bloom skin. That was done with a dip. Did you give me a number?
He's calling me a chicken.
He's calling you a chicken. He didn't pour last night.
Yeah.
So I have my numbers. Everybody all refresh and ready.
Oh,
Don't start yet. He's got a bad habit of shutting that camera off. I don't need you to type anything, Alan.
okay, I'm not doing nothing.
Just sit there and watch for the number. If you live in the United States, I pay the shipping. If you live outside of the U.S., you'll be required to pay the shipping, but it will definitely be like 3 ounces, 4 ounces. It'll be cheap. Well, I shouldn't say cheap, because what is Canada? $14.25, something like that. And the rates are going up next month, so it's going to even be worse. Picking a number between 1 and 50. On your mark. Get set. Go.
Oh, we got a winner.
Yep, and guess who it is? We have a winner. Number 33. Miss Victoria. Yay. I just got paint on my shirt because I just got it all over my pad. Correct? Number 33?
33.
Did you double check, honey?
I did.
Okay. So this one's going to Vic.
Congratulations, Vic.
Congrats, honey. I have your address. I don't need your information. Okay. I'll put that number under here real quick. This is number 2. I can't get a good focus on that one. There we go.
There you go.
It's just the lights are so bad. Is everybody all ready? Refreshed? I must have paint on my sleeve.
Nothing up your sleeve.
Alright guys, number 2. On your mark. Get set. Go. Don't time yourself out. It happens to me a lot when I'm trying to win something. There it is.
There it is.
Whoop. Maria. Maria's our winner. The number is 49.
I'm going to go back and
Yeah,
just
double check.
Double check.
Because last time I called it wrong.
There were a lot of numbers came across that time. No, Maria's the winner.
Maria's the winner.
Congratulations, Maria.
I get that out to you, honey. I'm still getting paint off of me. All right. I was like, where did I put it? This one will have to dry on the table tonight, which means the heater has to stay off. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to do another big one. The reason I'm going big is because it's easier for me to sell these locally. I mean, I still sell them online. My goodness, this camera's being touchy today. Come on, get up there. Sorry, guys. It is at an angle. I don't like it. There we go. Now I can fix it. Good Lord. I'm gonna fit right in there.
You see Nate's comment?
No. Nate, you're funny. But it is true, isn't it? All right. I was harassing Brian earlier about the reverse swipe.
Hello, Cecilia. Glad you could join
Because
us.
he likes to call techniques different names, try to give it a different name. So, as a reverse swipe, I was saying, call it bury that shit. I have a feeling that's going to go blurry. So in honor of Brian, I'm going to do a reverse swipe. Although I'm not going to call it bury that, you know. Stuffs. So we are going to use a little bit of green because he was on my stuffs list. Oh, let's see if I can do it right. You know what? You wait. So we're going to use Brian's annoying green. And the only reason I've called it this is because Brian is annoying, not that the green is annoying. Deep Lagoon Shimmer. And of course I'm going to use some gold. This does not have silicone. It's fine. It should create a few cells. Let's see. Let's go with Christina's Laguna. And we'll throw a little ocean teal in there. I don't have a lot, but it'll work. So to do a reverse swipe, I like to have a decent amount of paint to cover up, to bury. Now all I'm going to think about is bury that, you know. Thanks a lot, Brian. So let's get a cup started and we'll get that flipped. Oh. Okay. I don't want to put a white in there. It's true. You didn't say it, but I did. So we'll just call it bury that stuff. Stuffs. Forgive me. So I'm going to start with Brian's. Well, no, I don't want to start with Brian's. I'm going to start with the gold, actually. We're going to use it a couple times. Because it doesn't have silicone. Now, I could put a drop of treadmill silicone in the cup right now to give me that, but I really don't need it. Ocean teal. Now, I love the Christina's Laguna next to Ocean Teal. So here's what I'm going to let you know. As soon as this batch of yellow is finished, I'm going to be lightening this to a Naples yellow. So Christina's Laguna is getting a makeover because I'd like a paler yellow. Alright, so let's do Brian's green on there. And then we'll do the Deep Lagoon. This is a gorgeous color. It's very popular. I think it's my best seller. And it should be. It's gorgeous. Some gold. The Ocean Teal. I think I'm going to finish it.
Brian wants to know, are you swiping with white or black?
I think I'm going to use white because of the Deep Lagoon. And the yellow. The yellow. Brian's green. I don't want to overpower that painting with Brian's green. It's another color that likes to take over. The greens definitely do, and the yellows. And you wouldn't think they would because they're so transparent, but they do. They just sit there like, hello, it's me. That's a lot of paint, but I have a big canvas. So, just because I layered that doesn't mean I have to leave it layered, so I'm going to give it an S swirl to blend a little bit. I'll get it up in there. I'm going to flip that cup in the middle. You know, it would be really cool to pull a pearl pour paint over top of that and stretch it out. But that's an experiment I'd have to do first. Not sure how it would work, or if it would work. Alright, so this is my white base coat. This is much thinner than my other paints. Those little cells are cute. They're cute. I'm also going to go around here. Just so I know I have enough paint. Alrighty. So Brian used his handy dandy little swiping tools the other day. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do it the way that I've always done it. I've been doing these swipes like this, 2018 was my first one. If you look on my channel, I have one that looks just like marble. It's absolutely gorgeous. Okay. I do mine a little different than Brian does. because I'm using a thinner paint. Mine's going to look different than Brian's. I use a base paint to cover it up. So let's torch those bubbles out and see if we're going to need any more paint. Alright, let me move that mirror. I'm going to roll it around to get everything moving. Head to that corner first. Then I'm going to take it directly the opposite corner. That way you're not dumping all that green paint that you put in there off at one time. I see a clump. Probably was that Deep Lagoon. Oh, Larry. Paint's back to the middle. I'm going to head to this corner. And then I'm going to fly by to that one.
Brian said the big canvas is great for this technique.
It's more fun, for sure.
Shannon wants to know, what was the base paint?
Base paint is my, our base paint that we mix. The white. I got one spot over here that didn't go over. That's easily fixable. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Can you see it? Right there. There it is. I need the white though. Just to pull it over. Alright. The whole part of this, well, I should say the whole reason that we do this is to show you what's underneath. It's kind of, you could compare it a little bit to the Boilermaker, but we're just pulling the paint over it. But you want to be careful you're not dumping all the color that you did the flip cup with first. That's why I like going corner to corner. Alright, so we already know we have silicone underneath there. Shelly, could you give me a head count, please? I'm going to gas this up first because it needs more strength. Thank you.
Brian wants to do a big one now.
What did I start?
Moose is loving this already.
I think this torch is spent. That's why it's not working right. Let's see what this one's doing. I hope I didn't get resin in them. Okay, that one needed butane. There we go. You'd be surprised how different this will look in an hour. Well, now that silicone rises to the top because the paint that's on top of it doesn't have a lot of binder, so it's gonna open up and let that silicone through. Like on these corners, you'll see where I can bring cells up better than in the middle, but the middle will open up. And I don't have a beastie torch, but you can already see how this is going to open.
And does these without the silicone?
I tried it without the silicone and I didn't like it. It was just too much white left. And it wasn't done on purpose. It was because I used paint without silicone. I forgot and used the small bottles by mistake.
Good night, Joy. Thank you for joining us.
Good night, Joy. So I don't have a lot of movement in there, which is good. So I can just leave it here and let it develop. And I can post it in the group tomorrow. We'll see how it looks. Getting my corners so I don't forget them. There's nothing worse coming out the next day and saying, oh, I missed a corner and your paint's all dried.
Doesn't look like much right now.
No, but this whole section here, how these cells are, that's all going to start happening in all these thinner spots. These cells are all growing. All that silicone wants to come up. But if I took a heat gun to it, it would probably work better than a torch. But you have to be super careful that you don't burn your paint. Because if you get a skin on the top, nothing's going to come up through it. You don't want to be too close either. This is when I wish I had like 2 work tables where I could move it aside and then bring it back. Or swing the camera over.
You mean like a bigger map? With more tables?
I mean like a 3-car garage. Can you add on? Since we've decided not to move. It's so funny. I was looking at houses online again the other day, and we have a housing shortage. We have nothing under $600,000 that's worth buying. It's ridiculous. I feel sorry for all these young couples getting married and they want to buy their first home. There isn't any. Not unless they want to buy a trailer. But everybody's moving down here. From up north. Alright guys, we're going to leave it here. Pray to the drying gods that they're good to me. And we'll see how much this develops overnight. I'm digging that little cool patch right there. And I'm starting to see this happening here too. So if it doesn't do anything, it will get embellished. So we're gonna, Thursday night, what are we doing Thursday night? I think I already told Shell. Shelly, what are we doing Thursday night? I already forgot. She'll tell me here in a minute with her link. We talked about it today, but I totally forgot what I said I was gonna do. I think we were talking about dirty pores. How to layer. Yes, dirty ribbon pores and how to create depth. And that's one of the biggest lessons that every artist that's starting out needs to be there for that. Because like you saw me do the drip cup where I added a dark color to create depth. It's contrast and depth, and you want that in every painting you do. I put the deep lagoon in here. I'm hoping that as this develops, that will take over, because on the inside of the cup, you can see where the deep lagoon line is, and that's how dark it's going to be. So that is going to be my contrast, but also creating depth.
There was a question from Becky. Becky, I'm going to try to not mispronounce it. Voice or Buse?
Buse, probably.
Will the thinner white without as much binder start to crack?
It shouldn't crack. I do put a squirt of GAC 800 in my base coats, just a little bit. But I'm also not going to run any air out here tonight, so it should dry okay. I probably will prop this up on some cups, though, to get some air going underneath. But I don't like to move these when I don't have a good place to put them. So I'll leave them right here on my table. Alright guys, so tomorrow night is Doris at 7 p.m. Don't forget to check her out. She'll be live. I believe she's pouring on vases with Brian's toys. That'll be a fun live to watch. And then Thursday night we'll be back here, hopefully. Hopefully. If we go out of town, there will be a premiere. Oh, this is going to be difficult trying to plan this Thursday, I'm telling you. So I will post, if we're going out of town, I will post it. Because my son will be here watching the big dog, and we're taking the little dog with us. And
so many dogs.
I know, it's going to be rough. So hopefully keep your fingers crossed that we're here Thursday, because I really didn't want to leave Thursday to go up and come back on Sunday. It was just not enough time to spend with my mom. So we'll try it for Friday, come back Tuesday. That way I have 2 weekend days to spend with my mom to do her hair. So yes. But thanks so much for joining us. We love you. Congratulations to our winners. I will get those out in the mail to you tomorrow. And I'll see you on Thursday.
Have a wonderful evening.
Bye now.